Fuck you, Sony.
The latest installment of the Stephen King universe is The Dark Tower. This stars Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba.
The Dark Tower, based on the 8-novel series by Stephen King, follows a young boy Jake living in New York City, who is whisked away on an adventure with Roland Deschain, played by Idris Elba, the last gunslinger, as he battles the Man in Black in an attempt to save the Dark Tower.
The Man in Black, played by Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
And I personally have not read the novels, Taylor.
I love the novel. It's one of my favourite book series. I'm a Tower junkie, got the shirt. So I've been waiting
Tower junkie, I like that.
I've been waiting for this movie for like 7 years.
And so how do you think it added up to as far as a novel adaptation?
This is the worst I've ever seen of an adaptation of anything. And
That's a call.
I'm sad. A little piece of me died tonight watching this movie.
So why to you was it such a horrible translation?
Let's imagine Lord of the Rings, right?
Okay.
Frodo is given the quest, let's destroy the ring, and then in 85 minutes, he gets to Mount Doom real quick, and just, you skim a lot of story, cut out a lot of characters, take out the heart of the story, and then, I won't go into more details, but just, they butchered a lot of this.
It was one of those moments where you get to the end of the movie, and the emotional pull that it has is not deserved. Like, it doesn't, you don't feel like you're fulfilled when you get to the end of the movie. You just felt like it's just rushed through so much mythology and character development, and I felt like I didn't really care for much of the characters.
Yeah. The movie stars Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey, but the funny thing is that it's actually focused on the young boy Jake for most of the story. Like, I think the first 20 minutes is just about Jake in New York, which is a big mistake. Roland's meant to be the main character. Jake's like a supporting character.
You've seen this kind of kid so many times in these kind of movies.
Yeah.
The trouble kid, having trouble at home, parents are an issue. Idris Elba, I thought he wasn't too bad in the role. I think he played a damn good gunslinger. And the dude can act. He's got some chops. I loved him in Luther. Matthew McConaughey looked like he was having a bit of fun with the character, but unfortunately it was a little bit of a dry performance.
Yeah. He's perfect. Perfect casting for this guy. But he's played like such a cliched villain.
Death always wins.
I feel like both actors were underused, personally. Yeah. I feel like they both could have brought more to the role. Like, Roland is like my favourite fictional character. And Randall Flagg is my favourite villain, so a lot was writing on this movie. And I think Idris Elba didn't quite capture the darkness in him, you know? I mean, a big part of the movie and the book is addiction, and how it can ruin your life, and how it can ruin the lives of everyone you love. And there's an addiction in this movie, but it's not the same as the books, and I feel like they sort of miss it's hard to talk about without talking about spoilers, but just the whole idea of the story goes against everything the book set up.
The film was called The Dark Tower, and it was really interesting to me, this idea of the Dark Tower, but it's just never is explained more than just like the initial setup.
Yeah, just like a quick exposition scene about it.
To me, that was one of the most interesting parts of it, but I just never got anywhere with it.
Yeah.
As far as narrative pacing goes for this movie, it's very much just like one set piece, one after the other, just trying to get there. It's a short movie. It's only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And that was one of the biggest problems, is that we get to this ending and none of really the journey that we've been on is kind of worth it.
Didn't feel earned.
And we're just jumping through these places so quick without really knowing what's going on or knowing who these people are. We got to a scene in the movie and then Taylor turns to me and he goes, "We just skipped 4 books.
Yeah.
We just skipped 4 books."
They just get to a moment like, let's just jump to the end game, you know?
Yeah. And I was like, and it feels like we're just missing on things which could be really well done. It's just a shame they just didn't get it.
No.
I don't know why.
Yeah, me neither. It's so bizarre. It's just fucking Sony. Just make PlayStations. Just make PlayStations, please. Stop making movies.
On a bit of a lighter note, bit of positives for this kind of movie. There's some very sweet action scenes.
Oh, definitely.
Roland, who's the gunslinger, has some very cool, slick gun maneuvers that he
dual
kind of does.
wielding revolvers.
Just
maybe a little negative. Just I don't want to be too much of a book purist, but the thing about Roland in the books is that he didn't need to fire that many shots. He made the shots count. You know,
right?
It's like he never missed. So it's like if he's in a fight, like John Wick almost. You know.
Yeah.
But this he's like bang, 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 which looks cool in
It
film.
did seem
So it's just
like
different.
Matrix in the lobby.
Yeah.
Like,
So I guess it's just a different medium. You got to translate to screen, and this looks cooler than.
but there is that one thing that's really cool where he stops and listens. And he listens to everything, and then he just takes that one shot. And that was cool.
That was pretty cool, just to kind
the
of
essence of the
emphasize that he's very, very special and how he does this and how he can
Yeah.
concentrate on the situation.
As far as Matthew McConaughey's powers, his powers are almost like Superman. The dude's he's very OP.
He's very OP. He's a sorcerer that can just has telekinesis, can make people do whatever he wants. Yeah, he was very OP, which was a drastic change from the books, because the thing about his character, Randall Flagg, is that he's not an all-powerful wizard. He can do little things which affects normal mortals, but at the end of the day, he's not as grand as he seems.
Yeah.
So in the movie, he's too powerful. And
He just seemed invincible.
He's like the leader of this
Superman kind of-
corporation,
Yeah.
and it's just, what's going on? Like, he's not that. He's like more of a little finger, you know, like a
Yeah.
behind the scenes kind of guy.
For a lot of Stephen King lovers out there, there's a lot of references to other Stephen King movies in there. I mean, geez, what have we got, Taylor? We've got The Shining.
The Shining,
Definitely.
a lot of that. It's fucking in your face.
Yeah,
You can
it was just
shine.
repetitive.
You're shining.
You're shining.
It's shining. This movie overdid it. Speaking of that, we get a shot of the Overlook Hotel. We get the numbers. What was it? 1408.
1408.
We see a Rita Hayworth poster.
Yeah,
I want to say,
Hayworth
it's
poster.
Shawshank. They just chuck all these references.
Pennywise,
Pennywise the clown.
It's cool. It's cool they've kind of done that, but it did become a little bit distracting where it did take you out. You're like, oh yeah, cool. It's more nice when they're a little bit more subtle.
Most of the film takes place in New York City, which is a very boring location. And the interesting stuff takes place in Midworld. But they don't really do enough to make this world interesting to us. You get like abandoned looking theme parks and towns,
like a rusty town and desert. That's all we see. And the Dark Tower once or twice.
And the cliched thing of like you see two moons.
Yeah.
Like just
Star
it must
Wars?
be somewhere else. That's not Earth. There's moons in the background. We're cool. Like, and that's not good enough. Sorry. Like we need more than that.
Even like when he gets to Midworld, he just very much accepts it, and he's like, "Oh well," and then just continues. Like, there's no awe, or just kind of like, "What?
Yeah.
What is this?" Like, he's very much just like, "Oh yeah,
I got here."
seen it in my dreams."
Yeah.
And it's just, it doesn't.
But in saying that, it's not meant to be Hogwarts. It's not like,
No.
what, I made it to Midworld. It's like, well, I'm in this.
But
terrible
still, there's
place
no
now.
there's no magic moment or just like curiosity about what's going on. It's very much like we're supposed to be sympathizing with this kid, and if he's not engaged or amazed about what he's seeing, we're not going to be at all.
The main kid, he had a brother that was the worst actor I've ever seen. Like when he showed up, all his lines like, "Wanna hang out?"
Yeah.
Mum and Dad are upstairs. I was like, is he a zombie?
Are you
Like,
crazy?
Yeah.
There is some atrocious line delivery in this movie.
Can't-
Even just something like it's super expositional dialogue between like even the people in the village. They're just like, "Oh, you're sick. You need help. We can't heal you here. You'll have to go back to Earth." Why?
Yeah.
To get antibiotics.
Because they didn't have it.
Overall, guys, I feel like this movie could have been really great if it just gave it a bit more love and took a bit more time to develop it instead of just rushing it all into one movie and seeing how it does and then building on it later. No, it was a very much by the books kind of teen escapism kind of movie. It was a very hard movie to get emotionally involved in. I liked some of the action was very, very cool. I didn't feel there was much really of it. Kind of by the book cinematography and the editing was, I suppose, fine. Music was kind of forgettable. I wanted to see more of the mythology of this movie. I was really interested about the Dark Tower and the other worlds, and I wanted to see more of that. I wanted to know about why they're there and it was just, very much just like, hey, summer movie, enjoy it. And I feel like it just didn't do as well as it could. So I'm going to end up on a 5 out of 10.
I've lived a pretty good life, I'd say. I haven't had any really great tragedies in my time.
My friends, that's pretty cool.
I would say this is one of the greatest tragedies of my time.
Really? Wow.
Just to have something you hold so dear to your heart be completely butchered on the big screen and knowing that's its legacy now. Like, this is definitely this year's Aragon, or this year's The Golden Compass, or Stormbreaker. They had good actors there and they just were underused. There were some cool fights, but just a bit too much. Yeah, they just didn't give us enough info of the world. I'm at a loss for words, everybody. I'm sorry. It's upsetting to me. This has happened, but I have to give it a score, and this is quite harsh, but I'm going to give it a 3, which is the same I gave Snatched, which was terrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess different because, again, I don't know the source material, so I just took it as a movie. But for you, it's cut very deep.
They just fucked it up. And it makes me sad that this has happened. So, yeah.
I do not kill with my gun. I kill with my heart.
So yeah, guys, thanks for watching our review of The Dark Tower. Whew, man, I've been waiting for this for a long time.
It was a film
Yeah, it was a film. I mean,
of a book.
don't go see it. Don't go see it. Read the books. Read Stephen King. He's a great author. Check out It later this year. I'm sure that's going to be great.
We don't like bagging on movies, but I think it's a cool idea to get people out there and go read brilliant novels.
Brilliant novels, audiobooks, do that. So I'm just going to tell myself that this is just the Crimson King attempting to defame Roland Deschain for us in the Keystone Earth. I have not forgotten the face of my father. Sony has. Fuck you, Sony. Fuck you. You cunt burgers. You fuck knuckles. You sappy twats.